anybody needs me to look at anything pre-market that you're holding, worried about, concerned, whatever, let me know. Not an opportunity. Something you're holding. Opportunities we can look at like 20 minutes after the market opens. Like literally, like if you have an emergency, if you have a position you're worried about or something, okay? Definitely here for you for that. Okay, and we're live. Sega, yeah, Sega is all over the fucking place, man. Look, in my opinion, like you can't do anything with that right now. Up, down, up, down. Had a terrible close yesterday. I wouldn't be in it. I would have sold this day if I was in it. I wouldn't get in it because I had a bad close yesterday. The only thing that would have excited me about Sega yesterday was if it broke the double top, and it didn't. And I don't know if it's going to go crazy, so it's not a short either. So Sega's a nothing right now. Not looking great either. Sega's a nothing, not looking great. That could come to our attention. Chris says he put his life savings in MULN. What do you think? I think that anyway, yeah, that's very funny. He did not. You should ask for a MULN again. That's pretty funny. A MULN again. That's great. Good morning, Brandon 44. Logan Matsy, your name is from yesterday. If you come online, please let me know because you had a good question yesterday I'd like to answer. All right, we've got 12 and a half minutes before the market opens. Can you guys hear me all right? Let's get this mic a little bit better here. All right, there we go. 12 and a half minutes before the market opens. So let's take a look at the Qs directly. Growth market, the Qs is the best way to look at that. QQQ is above, let's see, Friday's high, which is a good place to be after yesterday, which kind of dojied below it. Let's see, there's packed information. And rates are holding steady at 2.88%, 10-year. So there's no force coming from rates that should prohibit the Qs from running today. I do have a short on the Qs, but I'm only down like $8 on that right now, so it's perfectly hedged with the uncertainty of the market yesterday. So we'll see where the market goes, though, from the open. Gold, I noticed, has spiked this morning from 1835-ish to 1850-ish. The way gold's been trading lately, it's the first decent little spike there on gold I've seen in a long while, and that's an indication potentially that institutionals are putting money that they were going to put into the market or rates, not into cash, but into gold to some degree. Or it could be some supply issue that I am unaware of, like a mine being protested or an accident or something. So I don't know what's going on with gold there, but it's interesting because these are indications about how the day could go here. SPY, let's take a look at SPY, the S&P 500. S&P 500 is in a similar spot, but not quite over the highs of Friday, so weaker than growth. So the S&P 500 weaker than growth, so therefore growth stronger than the S&P 500. So today's spot that the Qs are at, growth, is indicating that growth is strong. But let's compare that to the industrials. The industrials are just a smidge above Friday's high, and quite a bit retraced up above yesterday's trading levels. So industrials and growth doing well, but the rest of the S&P 500, which includes a lot of value stocks, not doing as well. So possibly the thesis that's developing here is value's going to not do much today, and growth is going to appreciate a little bit. We could be completely off on all of this. We'll know more when the market opens. I mean, within about an hour and a half of the market running, you get a very good sense of what the next several hours will be. Right now, we're trying to get some sense of what either the day is going to be like, the open's going to be like, the first 5 minutes going to be like. I mean, we will see when these horses come out of the gate here. If I can see anything else in pre-market, oil has hit $117 a barrel, 17. So that's up a bit from yesterday's close. Yesterday it closed at 115. And we're near about 117. So oil is, after yesterday's little corrective move, actually still appreciating. I'm still in several oil and energy stocks. And yesterday I cut a few things, but I also got back in some other things. In general, though, definitely playing it a little bit more careful right here. The Fed starts to release its assets, selling back its assets, and that's going to cause today, for the first time since the quantitative easing started. Ooh, there's a little pop on CRM, guys, hitting close to hit 178. So anyway, the Fed will be releasing $50 billion in funds in assets this month, and that is supposedly supposed to increase rates across the board of yields on various rates at different years, different durations is what I'm trying to say. And that makes them more attractive. If rates go up on yields on treasuries, bonds, that makes them more attractive of a place to get a more risk-free return than the stock market. At a certain point, we might be able to get 4%, maybe even 5% this year, risk-free. Not risk-free, but fairly risk-free from treasury bonds and bonds. And so that just sucks for money managers and institutions and funds. That sucks money out of the stock market because they'd rather put their clients' money over in something a little more secure, especially during times like this. And what the Fed is doing is actually going to make those rates go up. So that's going to become like an attraction, sort of in a supply-demand sense. People are going to want to go get a higher rate for the same risk over for less risk, a return over in bonds. So this could be the beginning of more pressure on the market. And we've known that, we've known this is coming. In addition to rate hikes, now they're going to fuck the market even more by selling back all the $1.5 trillion of assets that they're going to be selling back into the market over the next year, approximately, or even 18 months. So that's going to put pressure on the market, and only retail investors might be able to, return that liquidity back into the market because I don't think institutionals are going to be as interested, considering all the other better places they can get return right now more safely. And so I don't see that happening. So I think the bear market is going to continue. So when this rally ends, you may want to short it. But 1.5 trillion is what they're planning on selling back, I believe. So that's it. We got 5 minutes until the market opens. Some of the stocks that we're looking at in specific today are Victoria's Secret, VSCO. If it breaks like 46, it may continue to run today. And CRM, which is already running after breaking about 175.50 pre-market high. It's now hitting, it touched 179, was it? Yeah, it almost touched 179. And so CRM a bit on fire this morning. But I imagine that in this bearish environment, investors are going to take this as a sign to take a little off the top, convert to cash, maybe put it over in gold or some other assets right at the open in any event. So I'd be looking for a dip buy probably on CRM here at the open. I'd be surprised. It could happen if it creates a lockout rally on CRM. Hey, it could happen. So we'll see. Oil just spiked. It's hitting 117 hard now. So and now it's one over 117. So USO, the ticker there, and other energy and oil-based stocks or futures crude, looking like a place that's going to be appreciating. I think that we got about 20 to 25% upside on oil. So we're talking like oil hitting 140 dollars a barrel in the next 3 months, the end of summer somewhere, maybe October. Mark my words. maybe August, September. TXMD hit $29 at 420. Okay, yeah, I see it popped yesterday, and today it's following through. $29? What the F? I'm going to put that on definitely on watch here. Yeah, the Fed is selling into the market essentially right now, unloading assets. 50 billion per month for the first 3 months, and then 100 billion a month after that. And there's like 20 trading days approximately per month. So that's like what is that? Like close to 2.25 billion per day selling. It doesn't seem like it would have much impact, but it will. You'll notice it in the long run. It's bearish pressure. Not to mention that it makes the yields more attractive, and so people will just move money over to them. Yeah. Oh, and one way you might be able to play that, not saying that it's going to work out, but I'm definitely in it. I'm playing it. Is TMV. That is the 20-year Treasury bearish 3x leveraged ETF. And so if rates go up, like yields go up the way we expect, it will go up. And so, maybe, it's right now it's about 100, that ETF, $100 a share. Maybe it ends up at $180 a share in a year. So it's not going to be a straight line, but it's something that, if you can find the right trading entry points, could work out. All right, CRM hitting 179. And we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds before the open. The ticker is TMV. Somebody's asking on a different platform here. TMV. Also, if CRM breaks pre-market low, that could become a short. Doubtful it could happen, but hey, see things like that happen all the time. This much positive energy on CRM feels very bullish. But this market is, we're really at a flux point with the Fed starting to do what it's about to do. The whole environment is like we're at a real turning point. But turning point to what? Because there's 3 different ways any asset can go, and that's up, down, or sideways. And all the different asset classes that are tied to the economic pressures have those potential directions. And so it remains to be seen which way everything's going to click. We're at a real pivotal point here. It's a flux point, I would like to call it. And so, there's not going to be a lot of call outs with a lot of conviction right now. But certain theses ought to work. We'll see. TMV was what that one was. Here we go. Okay, I'm watching CRM and all the others as well. I want to get a fast look, a high frequency look at the cues and know whether to cut them in about 5 minutes. Okay, the cues are rallying at the moment, not a sell-off. Here goes CRM, about to break 179. Boom! There's the breakout at the top of CRM. So that's an entry on CRM on a 1 minute candle. If you want to wait 5 minutes to get a better confirmation, you can. Or if you want to double up at the 5 minute opening range breakout, that's an idea. Start small. It feels like a low volume day. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more excitement today than yesterday. I think it might be more volume than yesterday. That much I feel at the open here. But the day trading momentum is just dead again. You know, it's just Victoria's Secret just crapped out. I mean, it's at 44 now. You know, we were hoping it would break 47. The Q's definitely running further at the moment. That alert was about MULN, HSDT, CRM. We got Mix, MICS. I know that one was really running lately. Open. So these are some things you want to look at. Door. Those are the big ones. UPST. Also having a good. Wow. The Q's really, really rallying right now. They're about to shake me out of my put on that. That's for sure. My puts on that. That's for sure. I'm getting out early, which is not really what I want to do, but they're forcing my hand. I would have rather have waited 5 minutes and let this thing trade a little bit. That's a pretty strong upward move. So far, my thesis was correct. That today the Qs are going to beat the rest of the market. That growth is going to beat the rest of the market. Or that thesis is correct. Well, I'm going to take a quick look at TMV in a second here because depending on where that is, could be a good time to get in for that quantitative tightening play. It's like if you have money that's parked money, where to park it, you know, cash or, you know, a little bit in possibly TMV. You picked up DVN before the open, Steve? All right, good thinking. Let's see how that's doing. All right, yep, it's back on the move. I didn't like its weakness yesterday, so if anything, I would go back into MRO. MRO was fucking so strong. And then, you know, there's others also. You know, you just got to go by, you know, the relative strength a little bit sometimes. All right, those cues definitely. Did I get out of that? Let's see. Okay, yes, I did. Yeah, I'm out of the cues. The cues definitely on fire here. I'm going to check for any breakout alerts. None at the moment. RJ, I think you're in mod with me, right? MOD, I think so. MOD opened above yesterday's high. I sound like what's his name? Matthew McConaughey there. MOD. If you got MOD, all right. MOD. MULN is breaking out. We have word that it is breaking out of that pre-market high of 155. It's at 161 now, so that's a pretty good 15% pop right there. And how is CRM doing? CRM is pulling back. For some of you who are new here, you want to calculate your risk when you get into these trades using the 1% rule. Figure out where your out is before you get in. So you've got that 1% calculated, and so you know how many shares to buy. Okay, we are getting an alert possibly on shippers, GNK. I set an alert on that yesterday. And yeah, it does look good enough to try. I'm going to get in really quick, and then I'm going to alert it to the rest of the group who's not watching live. You're watching live, so I'm getting in GNK for a swing 100. NK. That's shippers. You gotta be really freaking limber, during these bear markets. I tell you. I mean, yesterday we were out of something. I have most of the positions we were in for 3 days, 2 days rather, and then towards the end of the day, I got back in a few things, and I alerted that. So some of you may have gotten back in a few things. Some of you are in a few things this morning. Back in a few things this morning, and it's just like we're at that flux point. It's like we're right in the middle of like all these rivers merging, and we're in the middle of that, and we're stuck. Like we're in this raft that's like it's like we're in this vortex, and the direction is unclear necessarily of all the forces at play here. Anyway, I'm in GNK now, and if that appreciates, I'll increase my position. The Q's continuing to go up. I imagine I have AMD. I imagine AMD is doing well on that. Yeah, it's doing all right. Seeing the VIX drop towards 25, that's a decent sign. If we can get down below 25, that'll be a first in a while. Let me get that GNK alert out to. All right, MULN's holding at the $1.60 level. The Qs are still rallying at the moment. They're behaving like a lockout rally. Moving from 310.40 the open to 312.40 now. Let me just double check the ATR and Qs. $8.50 per day. So my software here can give me a projection on that. Okay, so we're currently projected to hit 319 on the Qs if this keeps up, and this is the direction it takes on the day. 319. That was a very expensive indicator, by the way. If you're interested in that indicator for Thinkorswim, it is multiples of hundreds of dollars to get. Unfortunately, that is one of the more pricey ones, but it sure is a damn good one. And the link to that is in my what do you call it? Link tree. So possibly it's also in Chart Traders Awesome Links. It's one of my channels. Yeah, right under OnlyFans. Mac, that's hilarious. Yeah, I should open an OnlyFans and do this shit there. Like, do stock porn. Like, we show like GME going through the roof. And oh, I want that video. I'm willing to pay $6 a month for that. Yeah, that it was that's what it was created for. At one point, they said they were going to IPO. You guys remember that? That was hilarious. And then they're like, "Yeah, no, never mind. We decided not to because of public backlash." Yeah, you're damn right. Fucking Jesus. But it seems like the way things are going now, a certain segment of the public doesn't give a shit about morals, and just anything goes. So who knows? Not that I care, but I kind of do. Kind of do. I mean, if you let people just think and be and go crazy, then they tend to go crazy. So, anyway, not to get too political. So the Qs are retracing about 50% on the opening range right now. And it will be curious where they go from here. But the indication so far is up. It is breaking some pivots. We may end up being a bit of a doji day. I mean, again, we're very much in flux here. I am seeing the industrials indicate downward. And that's causing SPY to indicate downward. Looks like Tesla is up. So I'm glad I got back in Tesla yesterday. I pretty much got back in where I got out after it showed some strength. And that's how you should handle things. If you've got, you shouldn't really be, ideally, you want more than $30,000 in your account to trade, period, whether it's day trading or swing trading, because even when you swing trade, as you can see, we can have a day like yesterday where you've got to get out of your positions. CRM is hitting 100, almost 82 now. And then there slowed down or something happened there. A huge candle on SWR, says Mr. M. SWR. Okay. No, it looks fairly ordinary. At least I'm talking about on the daily. Anyway, yeah, because you may have to go in and out of positions during a day. Swing trading. Tesla actually looking a little weak in relative term strength. AMD doing fine. CRM now well over 182. But you got CRM at the open, has been holding through. One simple way you could play that trade is stay in as long as price stays above WAP. But better than that, learn my day swinging technique in my market mastery video lessons. Learn pivot point trading. Nice. No, money is not greater than morals, because the more you learn about finance and economics, the more you realize it's tied to energy, resources, and basic needs and progress and productivity of humankind and human progress, evolution, the environment. It's all linked together. And so money is not necessarily greater than morals. Morals create money as well. I would say immoral activity is actually anti-natural and causes problems economically. If you want to know whether or not something's moral or immoral, other than infringing on somebody else's freedoms, that is one good way to measure it. CRM with a strong pullback now after hitting almost 182.50, 182.40, back to just into the 180.75 area. However, we're still above pivot, so if you're day swinging this, you can hold on to CRM. MULN is trying to get above those 160s, but not really having it. VSCO sitting there. I'm starting to see some positive activity on HSDT. Jesus. Right when I was about to sell BBW because I thought it was going to have a bad day, it freaking flies and breaks out. Very nice. I think RJ, you're in that one too, possibly, huh? BBW. Anybody else in BBW with me? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good day. What's our? Yeah, we're at 6.5% on that. Okay, great. And I was correct. Looks like value and defensives are dropping. Healthcare, utilities, and consumer staples dropping. What I may not have had correct is industrials are dropping, but growth is holding. And that was roughly my diagnosis this morning, looking at all the variables. Guys, it goes to show, over the years, when I was when I first got into trading, Jesus, all I looked at was the one stock and the candles that were going on, and probably I was using indicators and MACD and this and that. CRM continuing very strong right now. And, over the decades, what I found to be a very important tool to use is zoom out to the sector, zoom out to the industry, see how it's doing, check comparables, zoom out to the sector, see how that's doing, zoom out to the index or the factor like growth, value, zoom out to different asset classes, like metals and food, etc. Economy, all that affects your ability to understand whether or not you should be going gung ho or you should be very careful. And that's where it's at, because most trades work out or don't work out kind of the same. What you want to control is how big you get on the ones when the things are when the things are in that favor, lining up in that favor. Position sizing, very, very important. Dash trader messages there. The Q's starting to take a cue from industrials, which are, I would say, mildly tanking. Industrials going down right now. Rates are still chopping sideways, so I didn't know where that move is coming from on the industrials. But they're correcting a little bit. Perhaps the idea right now is to pull out of industrials, put into yields, but I'm not even seeing the yields rise. I don't think nobody's buying yields right now. Oh, that reminds me. Let's go check out TMV. So TMV is down today. So it just means that you're getting in at a better price if you're going to try and park some money in TMV for the next months, on the thesis that the Fed raising rates and selling assets back will cause yields to rise, and that's where you can get some appreciation on TMV.
Canary, where we're seeing the biggest delay. 2:30 this morning, I guess.
Where am I getting that? Hello? I was just hearing somebody's mic. Oh, there it is. Carl, your mic. Did you want to say something, Carl? Accidental? Okay, mute. Yeah, Neo like doing better than Tesla at the moment, more relatively strong. See, because if you just use that last pivot, who was talking about Mac? Mac, you should definitely be able to see this. You've been looking at these charts with me for long enough. So if you look at the where how Neo is performing over that last pivot like a week ago, and then you compare that to Tesla, look, here's Tesla. Actually, Tesla didn't even form a very good pivot, but let's say AMD. Yeah, AMD might be a good example. So you can see that Neo is doing better than AMD. So relatively speaking, right now, today, maybe even the last few days, Neo is doing relatively better than other stocks. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go up though. Carl, you're unmuted again. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's a good place to put your money today necessarily. It may have been a good place to get in, on this little pullback pivot breakdown if you had considered that Neo might be strong and run and break, down at 50. Been holding through 14. Okay. Probably going to sell before ER. Well before ER, because look at this. Let me see, ER is the purple line there. Let me draw something for you here. You mother. Get out of my way. This little pop-up window just came up about Pola, which yeah, that's nothing. Okay, because look at this line, Mac, on the bottom right. Okay. Are you getting my gist? You're lucky if you get, one more day out of this. You're lucky if you get one more day. You should definitely sell 10 or 25% today. I'm serious. Like, we don't know how far this is going to go. 10% easily, because you'll still have 90%. 10% is a no-brainer. You should be taken off the table today, just because there's so much uncertainty in this market. If it keeps going, for multiple days, you still got 90%. And every day you could take off 10% for 5 days. You could take off 10% and still have half your position. 5 left, yeah. So sell 25, get down to 250. That's not my advice. That's what I would do from an educational standpoint. All right, CRM is at 163.5. Obviously, CRM um, getting a little bit of assist from the growth market, which is nice. I always think of Bill Murray and Caddyshack when I say that. The Dalai Lama says that on my deathbed, I will achieve total enlightenment. Got that going for me. All right, well, we're almost hitting 184 on CRM. Who's in that CRM trade? I did not take it. Hopefully, Chris is still in it and chipping away at some profit. Good. Gary's excellent. Ran it good. Oh, super glad. And I'm going to say that's Chris's trade. I'm backing it. I'm monitoring it. So you guys thank Chris on that one. Stay on top of the ER. Uh, he's got those moves cornered. Really, really good. Pay attention to him and what he posts in there about those and in pre-market. Grab some at 178. Yeah, well, that's good enough for sure. What do I think about what? Where did you say quantitative tightening started today, but won't really take an effect till June 15th? What do you think? So I talked about this all morning. You weren't here, but the recap is it ought to cause the stock market to be more bearish and cause the bond market to be bullish, making yields go up. And if that's the case, then TMV is where you might want to park some money. TMV. So that's what we were talking about this morning. All right, BBW is off of its highs now. Oh, I forgot to check on CBT. Ah, damn. Need to get out of that. Yeah, I'm back to break even. Thought I exited that yesterday. All right, I got another alert to check on here. No, I can't say I like that. All right, anybody got anything they want me to look at that they're in? It's a position you're in, and you're at some kind of emergency feeling on it, and you want me to take a look at it. Happy to help you with that. Get you some kind of a better idea. You work in tech, and CRM means client records management. Oh, I thought it was customer records management, but whatever. My mind keeps going there. MULN, please. Oh, you're in MULN and you want to know what to do with it. Okay, so are you trapped in MULN from like $4 or something? You should be selling into these pops a tiny bit. MULN's a piece of shit company. So, you got trapped. Next time, anytime you're down 8% on any position, exit. Okay, good. I'm glad you're not trapped. So you're asking MULN from here? Okay, I thought maybe you were trapped. I don't know. MULN is a potential day trade today. It looks like it's pulled back to the open $1.50. If you're day trading it, then no sense in being in it right now. It's going down. The Q is continuing to rally. How's Devon looking? Oil, it made a little bit of progress towards $118 a barrel, but it has pulled back to about 117 again. Okay. Pfizer puts, no emergency, just checking. Hey, Camille, I wanted to tell you. I was thinking about it last night. I wanted to tell you that I'm proud of you for pulling out of Devon yesterday when you did, because it showed you your instincts are really, really, really getting sharp. Very good. It was really good that you did that. And the other thing is, however, I wanted to ask you, are you able to hold other trades for a long time? Or are you just generally skittish and you just jump ship like that all the time? Because I don't think so. I think you generally hold trades. I think I've been following you for long enough. And I think that you getting out of Devon yesterday was a really good sign of you defending your capital nicely. Yeah, good job. Yeah. I mean, like I said, when we get out of this and we're back in a bull market, anybody from here or November of last year, you won't believe how much easier it will be to be able to hold something for. Imagine this. This sounds impossible, but in a bull market, you'll be able to hold something for 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 months. Doesn't that sound just impossible for a single trade? That just sounds impossible, but yeah, absolutely. But it can only be done in a bull market. So you guys are going to be so good at all of this, because in a bull market, you're just going to put your money there and it's going to go. It's going to be like a hot air balloon. Right now, all you really need to do is like semi nothing. Just defend your money, potentially get any kind of short opportunities that come up because it's a bear market. But even then, just park your money and be careful. Yeah, it was good. It was good, especially because the oil was dropping the way it was at the open. All right, over on CRM, if it drops below 161.75, that would be a pivot break, 161.75. And so that would be an exit. The Q is dropping very strong at the moment. And rates going up. So this must be it. You know, the Fed's unloading. This could be some Fed action here. It happened exactly at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. This could literally be a button they pushed because rates are going right up right now, and growth is just ripping down. And it happened exactly at 9 a.m. Okay, there we go. Its PMI report came out. So that's what's going on. And it looks like it's not favorable. Okay, watch your positions. ISM manufacturing 56 construction spending, 0.2 versus 0.5. Okay, so we're getting some contraction. Could signal recession. Some of these numbers. What's halted? Oh, it's actually called top. Oh, okay. Sure what you were talking about there. Top is halted at the open. Wow. It was supposed to be a $5 stock, you said? They hit 27. All right, you guys, there's some serious action on TOP. I don't know which way it's going to go because right now it's indicating it's going to open at 15. CRM is making progress again. All right, guys, I'm going to go for my first break here, and I'll catch up with you in the trading group. Go ahead and join anybody over in the live trader lounge if you'd like to stay in touch over video chat or audio chat. All right, see you everybody again tomorrow morning as well. And I'll check you in the group in just a minute here.